moves behind a mountain in the west. A cowboy on a faithful horse I see. Run, they're going home. Pals of the wide open spaces, together o'er the plains they roll. The cows and doggies graze in the evening round the little cabin on the plain, guarded by REB and faithful rebels, till daylight lights the open range again.
Yeah, all right. I didn't do it myself. Give us a drink there, bartender. Give us a drink, bartender. How about a beer?
You ain't quitting, are you, Blackie?
No. Just seen a fellow I know. Deal me in next hand.
All right.
Name your party, stranger.
Red Eye.
Howdy, Russell.
Why, hello, Blackie.
Long time no see.
That's right. Not since I caught you some wet cattle 3 or 4 years ago. Did you break jail?
No. Paroled. Them prison boards is getting plumb salt and sentimental nowadays.
Have a drink with me?
You're sport enough to offer me one. I'm game enough to take one with you.
Another glass, bartender.
Well, here's looking at you.
Come on, Blackie, it's your deal.
Okay, be there in a minute. Hey, listen, Russell. You treated me white even if you did pinch me for rustling. Watch your step, and don't let them know you're a star packer. This town's dynamite tonight.
Thanks, Blackie.
Come on, Blackie.
Coming.
You are very keen on your liquor, are you, partner?
No, I hate the stuff. I only take a drink now and then to be sociable.
I don't blame you. That's what they call sheep herder's delight. You know, last week, they injected 2 drops of that red eye hypodermically into a jackrabbit. He went out and licked the best bulldog in town. Uh-oh. That means trouble. Watch your step, kid.
Powder River! A mile wide and an inch deep. I'm the best man in town. I'm the best man in the whole state.
That's taking in a lot of territory, Butch.
Don't you think I am?
Oh, sure, Butch. No offense. I was just kidding you.
Any you fellas want to dispute my remarks? Come on. I'm buying the drinks for the house. Fill them up, bartender. I'm buying, cowboy. Have a drink on me.
I've had my drink.
What's that? You won't drink with me? Do you know who I am? I'm the best man in town.
You don't look so good to me.
Drop it. What are you holding in for, Sheriff? This is my party.
He probably saved your life.
There'll be no gun plays around here tonight. Butch, you get sobered up and leave town in the morning.
The next time I see you when I'm sober, I'll tear you apart.
I'll copper that bet anytime you want to make your play.
Young fella, you're quite sudden with your fists and your gun. I guess I'll have to lock you up till we investigate you a bit.
Shucks, Sheriff. I ain't done nothing to be arrested for.
I'm arresting you for disturbing the peace. Will you come along peaceable, or do you aim to resist an officer?
Gosh, I'd probably get hung if I did that. I reckon I'll go along peaceable.
Okay, come along. Butch, I expect you to be away from town at daybreak. And no monkey business tonight, either.
If I ever meet that waddy out in the open, he'd better come a-shooting, because I'm going to cut down on him.
Well, if that fight ever comes off, I'd like to have a few chips on it.
What do you mean by that, Crack?
What do you think?
Wait a minute till I light up. Ed, you go into that northeast cell and take that drunk out of there and fix it up for this Jasper.
Okay, Tom.
Pull yourself up a seat and sit down. Well, son, I heard you remark back there that I probably saved Butch's life. I sort of reckon I saved yours, too.
Yeah?
Sure. Half of those hombres in that saloon were Butch's men. And if you'd have downed him, why, they'd have been a half a dozen guns spitting lead at you pronto. I figured that I'd better set in the game. See, I sort of was just passing by.
Now, that's what I'd call real providential, Sheriff. And rise to remark that you're a natural-born actor, too. Why, you'd ought to be in the movies.
Oh, shucks, Reb. Those make-believe picture battles don't interest me at all. Too bad you had that run-in with Butch. He's Bull Thompson's right-hand man, and a natural-born killer. You better give up your idea of going up into their country.
Well, just like I told you before, the Cattlemen's Association sent me to see how so many cattle were disappearing from these ranges around here. And I just naturally got to look into it. Tell me about this Bull Thompson hombre.
Well, Bull's an old cowman that got himself a little spread. And he runs it with the worst bunch of gunmen out of jail. A bunch no other man could handle.
Then this Butch ain't really the best man in this country.
Heck no. That's only whiskey talking. Old Bull Thompson is the best man with his fists or a gun that was ever in these parts.
The association seems to think he knows a lot about these disappearing cattle. Where is this town of his?
Well, you couldn't rightfully call it a town, son. It's just a bunch of shacks up here on the edge of the Badlands. And it's poison to officers. When they go up there, they don't come back. Here comes Ed.
Come on, cowboy. Your room's ready.
Ed, I've been questioning the prisoner, and I don't believe I'll hold him. You can go, young fella, but watch your step while you're in this town.
Where you figuring on going, cowboy?
Well, I just believe I'll go catch me a chipmunk.
Tom? I don't believe this Jasper's going out for no chipmunk. I got a hunch he's going gunning for Butch Greer.
Son, you're a good deputy, and you're learning fast. But there's one thing you ain't learned yet. That is, we've got to accept the evidence as it's presented. This gent says he's going to get a chipmunk. So, chipmunk she is.
That's funny. Butch didn't seem to be of that bunch. Come on, Rebel, let's get going.
So it's you, eh? And jumping a fella from behind.
Yeah, it's me. I just wanted to have a little talk with you without one of us getting shot.
There ain't nothing we can talk about.
Oh, yes, there is. You can tell me a lot of things. Get up.
Mighty easy for you to give out orders when you get the drop on a fella.
I was waiting for that crack. Are you sober today, Butch?
Yeah. And if I had my 6 gun,
Stick up your hands and turn around. I just wanted to make sure you didn't have a hideout or a knife. You can let them down now. I'm calling your bluff, Butch. Make your play.
Can't understand what's keeping Butch.
Yeah, he ought to caught up with us by now.
Reckon we better rest here a while and wait for him.
There's your gun. I'll wait till you get it, then we'll walk towards each other and shoot when we get ready.
Wait a minute. I don't want to do that. I've had enough.
All right. Now that that's settled, we'll have our little talk. Want to go along with you. Want to hook up with Bull Thompson.
You want to hook up with Bull?
Yeah. What's funny about that? He's square on the payoff, ain't he?
Yeah, he's square enough, all right. But he don't take on no man he don't know nothing about.
Well, you saw me get pinched last night. I broke jail, so I can't go back. I want to light somewhere where there's easy picking.
Hey, who are you anyway?
Just a cowboy looking for a job. Name's Reb Russell.
Russell? You don't happen to be any kin to Big Bill Russell, who used to live over Deadwood way?
He was my father. But I haven't seen him in years. Did you know him?
Yeah. Long time ago. Before he run away from a murder charge.
He was accused of murder, but it was never proved against him. Come on, let's get going. Turn around. Give me your belt. Put it back on. It'll look better if you're wearing your gun, but I want to prevent any accidents or surprises along the way.
What's the four-letter word starting with S that means to close?
Shut up.
That's it. That's it. Shut.
About time they was getting here.
You ought to call Bull Pop or Daddy, Marion. He'd like it better.
Well, he's not my daddy, and I won't call him that.
Marion, what's a six-letter word that means to hunt?
You can search me.
Search. That's it.
You've been plenty long getting here. Where's the boat?
In that pack. Hey, before you get to hitting that up too strong, I want to have a talk with you.
All right. Come on in the house.
Oh.
Did you bring me any new ones, Blackie?
Sure enough, Minerva. Here's a bunch of Denver posts. They have the swellest crosswords you ever tackled. Hey, youngster. I brought something for you, too.
Photoplay in Hollywood. Oh, gee, Blackie, you're swell.
I'll take you over to the boss.
Help me down off this thing, will you, Blackie?
And you better be careful of that stuff.
You telling me?
Did you bring a parson?
No. I got liquored up in town and plumb forgot it.
Then there'll be no wedding.
What do you mean, no wedding? How about you and Minerva?
When I met Minerva, I was on the move. I had to do the best I could. But get this. When Marion gets married, it'll be done right and proper.
What's all this about weddings and me?
Well, you see, Marion, this is pretty rough country, and you're growing up now. We sort of figured that you'd be safer if you was married to Butch.
Safer? With him? You get this, Mr. Bull Thompson. And you, Butch Greer. I won't marry you with or without a preacher. Now or ever.
Hey, look out, you.
Hey, who the blazes is this fella?
That's a boy I picked up in town.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he just flew in from the east. And he's got a swell scheme to make us a lot of money.
Sorry to disturb you, miss, but I'd like to ask a favor of you.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
That's a long story. Would you mind untying this rope before I begin telling you?
Well, I've seen men come into this place in lots of funny ways. To the first one that ever came in hog-tied and drew a rope.
Thanks. Gosh, that's a relief.
I'll have no hand in any such scheme. Get your safecracker out of here. Leave that here where I can keep my eye on it. But go on.
You haven't told me yet how you happen to be here.
Well, I'm looking for Bull Thompson. I want to hook up with his spread.
You want to join Bull Thompson's gang? A bunch of rustlers and thieves and killers? You don't look like his kind at all.
Oh, I'm much worse than I look. Well, I only got out of jail night before last.
Then why didn't you ride on into his place instead of hiding out up here?
From what I've heard of Bull's bunch, I'd rather have my hands free when I meet up with them. But say, you happen to know them?
Well, yes. You see, Bull's my father.
Your father?
My stepfather. My real father died when I was very small. And Bull married my mother. So all I've ever known is this.
Why, you shouldn't be here. You're too young and beautiful. Why, you'd ought to be out in the world amongst real people.
But how? Every time a new man comes into camp, I think maybe he's my Prince Charming. But they never pan out. And even you are just a common rustler.
That's pretty hard to take.
Oh, what's the use? Well, shall I take you in now?
Not yet. I want to rest up a bit before I meet a certain gent that's probably there.
Are you hungry?
Yes, I am. In fact, I'm half starved.
I'll tell you what. You stay here. I'll go get some food for you.
Now, that's what I'd call a grand idea.
All right. I'll be right back. But tell me, did you ever see a real live movie star?
I can't say I'm right familiar with the movie crowd, but I did see one once on the stage in Denver.
And was he awfully handsome?
Yes, he was handsome enough. But if you ask me, ma'am, I thought he was pretty dumb.
I don't like to be called ma'am. Call me Marion.
All right. If you call me Reb.
Okay, that's a bargain. What an odd name, Reb.
What's that?
Oh, just a bunch of the boys shaking some cattle into the hideout.
The hideout?
Yeah, when they bring in a bunch, they drive them down a trail into a creek. Then swim them around a corner into a hidden canyon.
Yeah?
Then they blot out the old brands and keep them there until the scars are healed. Come on, I'll show you. You can see from here.
Well, I'm ready to go in now.
But now I don't want to go.
You don't want to go? Why?
Well, they'll all get drunk tonight and gamble and fight. They always do when the boys get back from town with liquor. I'm always afraid then.
Now, ain't that too bad? Stick 'em up, cowboy. Don't try that. You're covered with rifles. I saw you slipping out, so I just figured I'd follow you. But I didn't expect to find you with this fella. Get out of the way.
You can't shoot him, Butch.
Don't worry, Marion. Butch ain't got nerve enough to shoot, even when he's got the drop. But I don't know about his partner behind the bushes.
Don't worry none about him. I put my gun right in the middle of his back. Get along, fella. Put it away, Butch. Pass that rifle back here. Now you two get on your horses and ramble back to camp. And don't even look back. I'll be right behind you. I'll be seeing you.
I can't understand Blackie. He seems as tough as any of the gang, yet he's always doing nice things.
He sure did me a good turn just now. Shall we go in?
Oh, no, let's stay here and talk some more. There are so many questions I want to ask you about things out in the world.
Why'd you cut down on Blackie when you had your rod out?
Don't ask foolish questions. It'd be plain suicide to shoot it out in a fair fight with Blackie. He's the best gunman in the West, except Bull.
Then let's bushwhack him.
Not today, we won't. Come on, we gotta get moving.
You come in here.
I'll take 25. Get on.
I bet you $5 more. I bet you $5 I'll bet you $5 more that he couldn't make it. I will.
Shut up!
Good one, eh?
There's some more. Hey, listen, fellas. I've been talking things over with the kid, and he tells me it's a cinch to blow that old safe in the bank in town.
Sure, it's a pipe.
Now, the question is, do we want to spend our lives rotting away out here, or do we want to make a big cleanup and go and enjoy life?
Where will you say?
All right. Now, Bull won't go along with us. So do you want to stick with him, stealing a few cattle now and then, or do you want to trail along with me and the kid?
We string along with you, senor.
But the old man's got the soup. We'll have to get that.
Well, go and get it. It belongs to you.
Okay, be right back.
Let's get the dough. We will bring you, senor. We will bring you.
What do you want?
I want to see Bull.
Bull's asleep and can't be disturbed.
But I want my satchel he took.
Go away from here.
Wake up!
Here comes the kid, but he ain't got the stuff.
Where is it?
Oh, the old lady says Bull is asleep and she won't get him up.
Asleep?
Sure.
He's dead drunk. We'll just take the soup and be on our way.
Wake up, Bull. You used to be a man. Try and be one now.
What does this mean? What are you doing here?
The boys are going to string along with me, Bull. And we're going after the bank in town.
You fools. You can steal a few cattle and no one cares. But if you rob a bank, you'll be hunted and hounded and every one of you killed or in jail for life. Now get down over them horses. Get down! Get down! Now go put them in the corral. You ain't going nowhere. And don't let me hear any more out of you.
Oh, I've never had such an interesting talk in all my life. But I suppose we really must go in now.
Yes, I suppose so.
Well, this is where I live. Don't you want to come in and talk to Bull?
I reckon I might as well.
I brought you a recruit, Bull.
Yeah, who's he?
Just call me Reb.
Reb it is, then. Have a drink?
No thanks. I don't indulge.
You don't drink? You're a queer sort of a number. You don't want to join an outfit like this.
He's all right, Bull. He just escaped from jail a day or two ago.
Come here. shook you up some, eh, wise guy? You ain't as smart as you thought you were.
I reckon you're right. And you're a lot smarter than I thought.
You don't know yet just how smart I am. Come on, get up. Come on, move along or I'll drag you. You was big-hearted with me, so I'll be a better sport than you were. I'll leave you your guns, loaded. You might need 'em if the coyotes get the nibbling on you. You wouldn't drink with me, eh? Well, maybe you'll change your mind. Well, so long, Mr. Russell, from Deadwood. And say, just so you won't get to feeling too good, I'll tell you something. This trail is never used by anybody except in our outfit. And it'll be a couple of months before we be coming back this way.
Well, here comes Butch at last.
I met a wise guy back there a ways. Got me a horse.
Was it the cowboy you had the run-in with last night?
Yeah, but I was sober today. You know the answer. Well, doggone him.
Bad luck to shoot a horse, Butch.
I guess you're right. But I sure hate to lose that horse.
Well, we'd better be rambling. Bull will be needing that liquor pretty bad.
Gee whiz, boss. I can't travel at night. If I happen to juggle this stuff we're carrying, it'll all be blown to bits.
That settles it. We'll camp here tonight and get an early start. Bull can wait.
I figured you'd come back as quick as you could, Rebel. You think you can untie that knot up there? Go to it, Rebel. You're doing fine. You'll have it untied in a second. Good boy. I don't suppose you can get this rope off my wrist without meeting my arm off, eh, Rebel? We've got to get out of here, and I don't believe I can get on you. That was using your head, Rebel. No, old-timer, we're headed the other way. I reckon you'd better take it easy, though, 'cause we're both about all in.
And if you ain't in too bad with the law, I'd advise you to go back and go straight.
Thanks, Bull, for that advice. But there are reasons why I have to stay.
That's okay, too. Come along and I'll find you a place to bunk.
Oh, Reb, what's a six-letter word starting with D that means peril?
Why, ma'am, I couldn't say. I'm no good at those things.
The word she wants to know is danger, but I never help her. She has more fun figuring them out herself.
Boy, you're faded. All right, here we go, boys. Here we go. Watch Snake Eyes. Oh, we got a 9 to make again. Here it is. Take a 7. Hey, mile from home. Mile from home. There she is. That's mine here.
Hey, men! Taking on a new hand, fix him up with a bunk. Call him Reb.
Senor Bull. Senor Bull. You do not know who this hombre is?
What do you mean, Juan?
He is one great range detective. One time he put me in the penitentiary down in Texas.
What's that? Quiet! Quiet! Is this true?
You ask me a straight question, I'll answer you straight. I am a Cattleman's Association man.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Glad?
Yes, glad that he's not like the rest of you.
You don't realize what you're saying. Our rules are that any John Law caught snooping around here don't get away alive.
There's this one time, that rule don't work.
What do you mean, Blackie? What's this man to you?
While I was rotting in the pen, he looked after my old mother until she died and gave her a decent burial.
Thanks, Blackie. But we can't stand off this whole gang.
Maybe not. But we'll get a lot of these hombres before they get us.
Get out of the way, Blackie.
Maybe if we let these friend of Blackie's go, he will keep his mouth shut.
What do you say, men? If he promises to lay off, will we let him go?
No.
That settles it. Look out, Blackie. You too, Marion.
I won't.
Wait a minute. Let's give this hombre a chance. Let him fight Bull for his life. Bull's never been licked. And if this hombre wins, he goes free. Otherwise, he don't get out of here alive.
The bet goes as it lays. But if I win, Marion goes with me.
That's okay, too. But you can't win.
Don't do it, Reb. He'll kill you. He's a wild man.
Don't worry, Marion. It's your only chance.
It's up to you, Bull.
Make your play.
Come on.
That's it.
Come on, Bull. Come on.
I'm betting on you, Bull. Come on. All right, give it to him, boy. Come on. Give it to him. Get up. Come on, Bull. Come on, get up. Now you on there, Bull. Come on, get up. Take it again. Let her get some water, one of you boys. Come on, first time that ever happened to him. Come on, first time he's trying to get legs.
How do you feel now?
I'll be all right in a minute.
Well, get on and get going. Those wolves will be right after you. You too, Marion.
But how about Mother? And you?
Don't worry about us. We'll be all right. Get going.
There's the fellow that couldn't be licked. Now, you boys going to string along with me, or are you going to stick with an old has-been? All right, get saddled up. We'll take care of that Johnny Law. Hurry up, it'll soon be dark. What a joke on the great bull. Knocked out by his own son.
My son?
Yeah. That Johnny Law is Reb Russell, son of Big Bill Russell, who ran out on a murder charge in Deadwood 20 years ago.
Where are they going?
They're going after Reb.
Going after my boy? I got to stop him.
If you cut across Hangman's Gap, you can stop him at the Narrows.
Be careful with that stuff, Chief.
Goodbye, Bill.
Bye.
We'll have to hurry. Butch is gaining on them.
You better backtrack fast before Bull throws that thing.
Don't aim through that. Don't aim through that.
Oh, he wasn't there. Come on.
Doesn't seem to be any pursuit. We better save our horses. We've a long ways to go, Marion.
A long, long way, Red.